I'm very much concerned about the legislation that we can come up here, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman. There has been a brewing controversy, not only with the DPWH, but also with the attached agency under the DTI, particularly PICAB, which was created by Republic Act 4566 in 1965. As a matter of fact, in that Republic Act, the 3 board members of PICAB should be submitted to the Commission on Appointments, which they have never done. It was amended by PD 1746 in 1980, but I think it's about time we amend this, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman. Right now, the PICAB, the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board, is under the CIAP, the Construction Industry Authority of the Philippines, which is an attached agency to the DTI. Palagay ko, after this series of questions that I would like to propose, Mr. Chairman, we would be able to come up with a law or an amendment to 4566 so that we may streamline these issuances of licenses and the like as far as contractors are concerned. So with your permission, may I proceed now?
Proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, the Alpha and Omega construction and the St. Timothy constructions were included in the top 15 flood control contractor list by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. On the SEC papers, ibang owners and composition of the company, but in actuality, alam naman ng lahat na iisa lang ang may-ari nito. Alpha and Omega, St. Matthew, St. Timothy, and St. Gerard Construction Corporations were registered in the SEC and PICAB with different addresses, but all in Pasig City. However, in the 2022 case of St. Timothy et al. Versus the BIR, with CTA case number 10472, iisa lang ang address nilang lahat. Number 35 Tatco Compound, Jacinto Street, Malinaw, Pasig City. Now, my question for PICAB is this. For PICAB and the SEC, do you agree that there is material misrepresentation? Saan sila hahabulin kung iba-ibang ginagamit na address?
Mr. Chair, may I request my Executive Director to answer? Attorney.
What is the name of the person who will reply to the query of Senator Soto?
Your Honor is Attorney Herbert Matienzo, the Executive Director of the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board.
You are the chairman. You cannot answer for that. Engineer Daca, you come in with very strong credentials. As a matter of fact, friends of mine have been calling me, telling me that you are a man of honesty and integrity. Why are you pointing to your executive director?
Our Executive Director runs the day-to-day activities of PICAB, Your Honor.
Was he administered the oath? Not yet. Mr. Chairman, may we ask that the person that Engineer Daca would like to answer be administered the oath?
Before we continue, Senator Soto, let me just acknowledge the presence of Senator Risa Ontiveros and Senator
Morning,
Annie
Chair.
Marcos.
Where is he? Administer mo na.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole
So the question, Mr. Chairman, there is material misrepresentation, is it not? Saan sila hahabulin? Kung iba-iba ginagamit nilang address.
Good morning, sir. I would like just to confirm, sir, that we are unaware of the CTA case filed by St. Timothy in the Court of Tax Appeals. In that regard, sir, we will check onto this, sir, and verify po the address that was in our database. But considering, sir, that the address that was given to us remains to be there, sir, then
You are allowed to sit down, please.
Morning, sir. Herbert Matienzo po, Executive Director of the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board. With regard to the case po filed with the CTA, the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board is unaware of the filing of the case po of St. Timothy against the BIR. But then again, sir, we will look into that case, check the addresses po given, and in case there is a misrepresentation, sir, then the PCAB has following the rules on license contracting.
Therefore, your answer to my question is a yes.
Yes, sir.
But you're saying that you're not aware of the CTA case?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Brad, you're under oath, huh?
Yes, sir. We are not. I am not aware
I
of
was given a different information by the palace. Friday afternoon, after you guys met me in the morning.
We will check our record, sir.
I'm warning you, Brad. Be careful, huh? Basta you answer it truthfully, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're not aware of the St. Timothy case?
I am personally not aware of the St. Timothy case filed with the
I'll
city.
hold you to that. All right? Okay, now. Also, the mentioned companies, including Elite Construction Corporation, have different authorized managing officers to represent the contractors. But the beneficial owner is the same. It has interlocking directorship. May corporate layer ba? Are you aware of this scheme, Engineer Takay?
No, sir, we're not.
So where are your mechanisms to flag companies misrepresenting through corporate layerings or fronting? Because it seems that the contractors, they just make another corporation and even sole proprietorship if you deny them their license.
Actually, Your Honor, we operate on the presumption of regularity. We have a checklist of documents that they have to submit via an online portal, and these are evaluated for actually their style and substance. And if the papers and the documents are found to be regular, then there is a recommendation for the approval of your license.
But Mr. Chairman, Engineer Dakay, in the IRR governing licensing of contractors in the Philippines, Section 3.3, letter K says, the licensee must at all times observe and adhere to the letters and spirit of the Code of Ethics for Contractors. PCAB is the circumvention of the law by misrepresentation of address and composition of the corporation. Isn't that this a violation of this section?
It certainly is, Your Honor.
It is. Okay. Now, regarding the equipment capacity requirement, also, as stated in Section 4.5D of the IRR, the invoice of each equipment and its certification of registration with its official receipt are required. So again, I ask the PCAB, if you already reviewed, scrutinized, and compared all the equipment documents of Elite Construction, Alpha and Omega, St. Matthew, St. Timothy, and St. Gerard Construction, these corporations, ang office, iisa lang ang building nila. Hindi kaya pare-pare yung equipment lang ang pinakita at sinabi sa inyo?
Your Honor, they are asked to submit certificates of registration for each unit of equipment. And these-
Certification, but you do not inspect.
You mean, Your Honor, the actual
Physically, yes.
units? No, Your Honor.
You do not. Ito isa sa mga nakikita nating nagiging problema natin dito, Your Honor, Mr. President. Now, all of this, ang pagkakaalam nga namin, ang may-ari nito ay sila Mrs. Diskaya. Ano? And Mrs. Diskaya is here. So, pwede po bang, Mrs. Diskaya, pwede po bang ibalita nyo sa amin, ikwento nyo sa amin yung napanood namin sa inyo sa television na sinasabi ninyo. Kailan po kayo unang nagkaroon ay kumita ng bilyon sa construction industry? Anong taon po yun?
Good morning po. Billion po.
Opo, kwento nung, narinig po namin sa television, sinasabi nyo sa interview nyo dahil tinanong kayo kung anong naging gateway para gumanda ang buhay nyo. Sabi nyo kayo hindi naman nakakaangat nung araw. At tapos sabi ninyo ay noong DPWH na kami. Yun po yung sagot ninyo eh. So, at tinanong kung magkano at sabi nyo bilyon. Kailan po itong unang bilyon na kumita kayo sa DPWH?
For the knowledge of everyone, so St. Gerard, Alpha and Omega, we have been in the construction business for 23 years. So I would presume that in the 23 years, pwede naman siguro kami po kumita. Yung billion, when I said DPWH, because prior to that, we were in local government. So ang hirap makasingil sa local government. They spliced the video that was taken of me and just mentioned the DPWH. So, contractor na po kami for 23 years.
So you're saying that the television station and the persons interviewing you edited your answers?
I think so, sir, kasi I did mention that I was doing local government as well as private po.
Yeah, if I may, with the
Yes,
permission of,
with the permission of the
Minority
chairman, Senator
Leader.
President Pro Tem.
Ma'am Sara, ano ba naging trabaho niyo bago kayo pumasok sa mga kontrata sa gobyerno?
My father was a contractor before.
Nangongontrata rin
pero
siya?
yes po,
Nangongontrata rin sa
for
DPWH?
LGU po. LGU. And then ako, I worked sa ibang bansa. Yun po.
Anong work mo sa ibang bansa?
I was a dental receptionist and an orthodontic nurse.
So you are a doctor? Nurse?
No po.
Yung asawa mo, ano trabaho?
He works sa isang development corporation. And him and his brother were parang private contractors sa subdivision namin.
Paano kayo, how were you enticed to join the mga kontrata sa DPWH? Who influenced you?
Wala naman po. Nakita namin on PhilJeps na may mga projects na pwede palang mag-join. So we joined the bidding na we know that we were qualified for.
All right, Mr. Chair, I would like to reserve all my questions if my turn comes already.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, to continue. Senator, Mr. Chairman.
Okay,
Mr. Chairman,
with the permission of the
Senator
Minority Leader.
Soto, the Minority Leader. Ma'am, very clear man yun sa video na sinabi mo. Kung kailan kayo kumita ng malaki, sabi mo, noong nag-DPWH na kami. Ngayon, gusto mong i-attribute yung wealth ninyo going back noon pa sa tatay mo, nung nagsimula kayo ganon. Pero very clear, the video won't lie. Sinabi mo, noong nag-DPWH na kami.
Yes po.
So, kailan ba kayo nag-DPWH?
Parang sometime in 2012, nag-start kami with DPWH.
Can you be definite with your answer? Parang 2012? Oh, please, because you're under oath, please.
Yes po.
Make sure of your answers.
Sometime in 2012, we started with DPWH. We started with joining biddings. Pero prior to that, we were with local government.
Yung mga flood control projects, kailan kayo nag-engage ng flood control projects sa DPWH?
Siguro mga 2016 onwards.
Please make sure of your answer.
Yes po, 2016 onwards po.
2016 onwards.
Yes po.
2016 onwards. May follow-up
Yes,
ka
sir.
ba? Okay.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
All right. Kasi based on your... Una sa lahat, would like to clear the reason that we're asking you this, and centering on you at the start. Ganon din ang gagawin namin takbo doon sa ibang mga kontratista rito na naibitin natin na nasa top 15 ng presidente. Nasa top 15 ng presidente, may mga flood control projects, merong guni-guni, merong ghost, merong nagawa, may nagawang palpak, okay, may nagawang tama. Ngayon, tapos marinig namin yung kwento sa television na tungkol doon sa sinasabi nyo na napakarami ninyong kinita at ika nga sa DPWH to 2016 kayo nag-umpisa sa DPWH. Pero yung mga pinakitang mga sasakyan ninyo ay 2022, 2025, 2024. So, lately, yung matindi, hindi po ba, na mga income ninyo? Mga anong taon kaya sa tingin ninyo? What year would you say that you were able to engage or be able to get projects from the DPWH for flood control projects? What year?
Yun nga po, nag-start kami makakuha ng pailan-ilan, pero 2016 po onwards. Po. Yes.
2016 onwards. In 2017, how much did you pay the BIR on your income tax?
Sorry, I don't have the data on me right now kasi I have an accountant that handles that po. Pero I can get it for you.
Yes, please. May we request that
Yes po.
we find out how much your income taxes were paid from that time, 2016 to the present. No?
Okay po.
All right. Now, Mr. Chairman, in 2015, St. Gerard, which you own also, no, Mrs. Discaya, was suspended by the DPWH. In 2020, they were blacklisted by the DPWH. However, St. Gerard's pickup license was renewed and is valid from July 1, 2023 to January 28, 2026. For St. Timothy, which you also own, it was found out by the President that the 2023 Bulacan River project amounting to 96.4 million was deemed completed even in more than 200 meters of revetment were not built. St. Timothy's pickup license was also renewed 2025 to 2027. So, Engineer Takay, what is the basis for the renewal despite the issues in their previous projects?
Sir? Mr. Chair?
Engineer Takay, can you not answer? You're the chairman. Bakit itong executive director ang pinasasagot niyo na pinasasagot?
Yeah, the blacklist that was issued by the DPWH, Your Honor, has certain time limitations. So, once a notice that the project has been completed, then the blacklist is lifted. And PCAB actually limit of responsibility is we can only institute disciplinary action upon a complaint or a verified violation.
Ibig sabihin, pag walang nagko-complain, sige lang na sige.
Mr. Chair.
That is the limit of our responsibility, Your Honor.
The IRR, Section 4.2 states that disqualification under letter CA, involvement in any construction, malperformance of grave consequence. PCAB, under this section, hindi sila, are they not disqualified for renewal?
The blacklist, Your Honor, is issued by the DPWH. If the blacklist is lifted by the implementing agency, then their licenses can be renewed. However, we also have another mechanism that if there is a verified complaint or complaint from the LGUs or from the implementing agency, then we hear the case and then apply the penalties that are commensurate to the offenses that are being committed. For example, Your Honor, the DOLE reports to us a lot of infractions that are committed by contractors, such as unlicensed contractors implementing construction work, unsafe practices resulting in the death of people in the workplace, and we act upon that immediately. In fact, Your Honor, we submitted, upon the request of the BIR, we submitted last July 25 our transmittal regarding the request for the documents of the construction group of Diskaya, because if and when the Bureau finds out that their papers are not actually compatible to the papers that are submitted at the PCAB, then we will suspend or revoke all of their licenses automatically because there is now complaint. And we have communicated with the Bureau. In fact, I have met with Commissioner Lumagi once, and we have responded to their letter, and along with our letter, we have submitted reams of documents for the Bureau to review, Your Honor.